This holiday season, there are all kinds of wonderful crafts and artsy things that you can do, and I'd like to share one of them with you today. We call it the Holiday Bell, and it is an origami type project. My son made this one when he was in first grade. So this can be done by elementary, middle school, high school, whatever age you are. It's just a fun little thing to do. Once you've folded it, then you can decorate it any way you want and then hang it on your tree. Supplies that you're going to need for this project include stiff paper of some kind. This right here is a cardstock. Bristol board will work, something that's a lot stiffer than just regular paper so that it will withstand the test of time. You're going to need a roll of tape, some glue, and you're going to need something that you can use that will allow you to hang it from on the tree. So this right here, I just actually got off of another little gift ornament, but string, yarn, even ribbon will work, okay? So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and start folding now. You have your square. That's the first thing, is that you need to make sure that your cardstock is, or your stiff paper is cut so it's a square. The size doesn't matter. Obviously, a bigger square is going to get you a bigger bell. So, this is an 8.5 by 8.5 square. I'm going to fold it in half, and when I do so, because it is stiff paper, I kind of gently push on that fold and then crease. So we're going to crease that fold just like that. Now, I'm going to fold it again. And voila, voila, just like so. All right, so now that I have that folded into 4 squares, like so, I am now going to fold diagonally. That means this corner is going to meet this corner. And again, because it's stiff paper, it may not want to cooperate that well with you when you first try to make that fold, especially at these corners. So push down gently and then take the back of your thumbnail like so and crease it. I'm going to do the same thing for the other corner like so. There we go. And now I'm going to crease it. In origami, you always want to crease your folds because it makes the whole project come out better. Now then, you should have 8 individual little triangles there. I think you can see them, right? So right now it kind of makes a bowl. Everything is folded to the inside here. I'm going to flip it over so now it feels more like a little tent. Now I'm going to fold. So I want to take this edge right here and meet this diagonal fold right here. And it will get a little difficult right at this corner, so I tend to kind of work that corner before I fold it so that it will fold a little easier. And then I'm going to take the back of my fingernail and crease. I want to do the same thing with this corner here so that when I get done, it will look a little bit like a kite. So when you're done now, you should have a kite-like shape. Well, what we did to this corner right here, we want to do to all 4 or all 3 remaining corners. So you might actually want to number them so you can remember which one you've done. Because when people have a difficult time with this particular project, it's because they have not made all of the folds that are necessary. So if this is number 1, and this is number 2, we're going to do the same thing. take that edge, go to that middle part right there, like so, and voila. And I have a kite. Open it up. I have done corner 1, corner 2, I am going to corner number 3. Crease. Okay. And crease. And one last corner. And then we're done. So I can tell which corners I've done because if I can kind of pinch them and they fold in like this, I've done those corners. I can't do that to this last corner, so I know that's the corner I have left to do. Corner number 4. Okay, that one little corner right there is having a little difficulty, but that's okay. All right, now then, you should have something that looks a little bit like this, right? I'm going to pinch these corners just a little bit, like so. Make sure that I've got them good and ready to go for myself. And you can see that this middle section here is up. What we want to do is, while I'm kind of holding this part here, right, I want to take and punch that in. Punch it in so it kind of folds out instead of in. And you may have to kind of hold it, play with it while you pull these together, like so. Voila, voila. Now, when I turn this over and look at it, you'll notice it's not very pretty. So what I have to do is either punch out there and then punch in right here. So I'm just going to kind of get that to where it's pretty. And we have our Christmas bell. Let's talk about what to do next in terms of decorating. So if I'm going to decorate this, you have some choices. Now keep in mind that this is the outside, and you know what the outside is. Ooh, that one corner just doesn't like to go in, does it? Okay, so the outside right here is what I would decorate. And if you want, you can take a crayon and maybe mark these creases right here so that when I open it up, I know I can color this part right here and it will show. This little section right here, inside triangle, that's not going to show because that's what's going to get glued up, all right? So you can lay it flat and color on it and do design work. You can paint, colored pencil, marker, right? If those of you that like to sew, you could actually punch some holes in here and sew some yarn on there. Or I can go ahead and glue this up, and I'll show you how to do that. Go ahead and glue this up and decorate it as it's glued up. And you can, again, glue some yarn on there, glue some sequins. You can do some quilling. Quilling would be fun, I think. Something different, right? Or you can paint it and then maybe use some glitter glue and decorate it that way. So let's glue this little baby up. We're going to take some tape. And so the first thing I want to do is have some tape ready. 2 little pieces. This is painter's tape. You can use masking tape. Masking tape will work just fine. What you don't want to do is you don't want to use like Scotch tape because it'll tear the paper. And then get your string ready, the string that you're going to use to hang that with. And my glue. So, get my glue ready. This one's almost empty. Right? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put glue in this edged triangle, like so. Get it on all four sides. I'm going to try not to get glue on me. And it's just to hold it in place, right? And then what I want to do is I want to get glue ready for this one. So I'm going to put a bunch of glue right in here in this corner. Come on, glue bottle. Work with me. Voila. And plop. There she goes. Yep, time for a new glue bottle. All right, before I fold this up, and sometimes it's a little tricky, I'm going to punch these in like this, right? Punch that in. I'm going to take this guy and punch him in. Oh, yeah, it's working. It's working. And then gently hold that in place while I take a little bit of tape and put that on there, and then a little tape here. We will let that set for about 2, maybe 3 hours, and then you're good to go if you're going to decorate it in this particular format. So, I'm so excited that you joined me today for our holiday bell, and I hope you have fun with this one. Enjoy.